Have you ever been playing that one chill sandbox game known as Terraria, looking out at the vast ocean on the side of the world and wondered, how can we weaponize this? Well, my friend, all of your water weaponizing dreams are about to come true in today's challenge. Can you beat Terraria with only water? As usual, there will be a few ground rules going into this challenge. First, all weapons must be directly water related, either using water or similar liquids in attacks or being crafted from water-based materials. Second, all armors and tools have no restrictions since there aren't enough water-themed options to progress through the game. And finally, accessories must be water-related, water-colored, or come from aquatic creatures with upgrades allowed if they include water-related components. I've also added 4 mods purely for quality of life purposes, none that will alter the game for any reason other than minor time-saving conveniences. So, with our never-before-done hardcore original challenge and its rules now laid out, let's get right into it. So how do we start our challenge? Originally, I wanted to make it to an ocean biome and hopefully loot some chests for some early accessories. We would loot any living tree or chest we found along the way, not that we could really use any of the items inside them of course. On our way to the right side of the world, we very quickly run into the Crimson biome. It is made very evident that there is not a shred of progression to be made going to the right side at the moment. We set up some early game NPC housing and shelters, and then we head left. While exploring the left side of our world, we collect cactus from a desert so we can have an armor set that won't fail us after a single atom of our body touches a monster. Did you know, ladies, a single barrel cactus can store up to 200 gallons of water. Me? I can store 201. I'm just kinda cool like that. We hit the mines to hopefully get some ores and life crystals. An upgraded pickaxe that can mine more than 0.4 blocks per second would be pretty cool. Our ambition comes to a screeching halt when a black slime decided we were enjoying the game too much. We walk back towards the Crimson biome and come up with the idea to simply bridge over it until we reach an ice biome. That way, we can avoid most of the monsters that would want to otherwise force us back to spawn unwillingly. After finally locating the ice biome, where we could possibly get some better weapons or accessories made of water and ice, we dive into the caves below. Oh yeah, thanks man, thanks Dark Trap, very cool, I didn't want to be here anyways. Bro. I'm alive. But it fucking landed on me. We do some more mining, find some more life crystals, find a pair of flippers. I mean, I guess that works. It's water related and water blue. We find some more life crystals, find even more useless chests, and we continue onwards. We finish our Coward Crimson Bridge and are ready to conquer the ice biome now. What is this? What the? Oh, I just fucking got back. One of our chests then gives us a floaty in the middle of the fucking ice biome. Yeah, hooray. At least we won't need to worry about swimming in an ice biome. Maybe if we had something else, like a frost brand, or an ice boomerang, maybe our survival chances down here would be greater. Huh? Why are you here? What the fuck caused him to spawn in? I have fucking nothing. Leave me alone. Jesus Christ, man. Why can I still hear the music for the fucking boss? That's a bug. Okay. It's just a bug. What? Brother of fucking Christ. Why are you still here? Oh, you just wanted to fucking kill me, right? Alright, there. There, you got it. You fucking happy? That's funny, because I still hear the music. Why is he still fucking here? After the Deerclops shoves us into the dirt, simply for existing, we continue on our quest for some water-themed weapons. We use an Instavator to help locate ice caves and search for anything made of ice. Since ice is made 100% out of water, that means all ice weapons are on the table. We find a pair of flurry boots, which is watery icy blue and therefore is a legal accessory, thank God. We find another pair of flurry boots. We find a blizzard in a bottle, which I'm pretty sure it's ice in general, but it's still blue, so I'm counting it. We add to our shoe collection with some water boots, and then we find an ice boomerang. Our first true water-themed / ice weapon is now obtained. Blessed by Red himself, we find an ice blade right after, and our full pre-boss loadout is now ready for some icy action. So we mine till we cap out the remaining life crystals that we need, and then go to prepare for our first boss fight against the Eye of Cthulhu. We summon up the Eye of Cthulhu ready to give it a full icy load of kick-ass. The Eye of Cthulhu couldn't even bring us down below 10 hearts in this entire fight, and as a response, he begins to, and I quote, tweak the fuck out. But in response to this, we show off our ice blade, which is so drippy, so saucy, it causes the Eye of Cthulhu to spontaneously combust at the mere sight of it. We also make sure to talk as much shit as possible to make the Eye of Cthulhu feel really bad about losing to us. Ha, you were frozen in fear, and now you're just frozen. You just got washed. Hope you can swim. Me personally, I would never show my face around here again if I got roasted that hard. Anyways, with the Eye of Cthulhu now defeated, we can now begin the second chapter to this episode. So what now? Our ice weapons seem to have quite a slow amount of DPS. Maybe a blood bow would be better for Skeletron, and then we can go into the Goon Dungeon and get even better water-themed weapons. We sleep for 5 days waiting for a blood moon to spawn. It seems like these things only spawn in to inconvenience you, never when you actually want one. After one finally spawns in, only now do we start fishing. We're trying to fish up some floating eyeballs and a little mermaid man. These things have a 12% chance to drop the item we want. Keyword, 12%. It seems like less than that. We get jack squat. We get fuck all. We get a plate of ass with a side of shit. Holy fuck. Please just give me the fucking item. We die. We wait for another blood moon. Oh my god, please. If I have to wait for yet another blood moon, I think somebody is going to get hurt. Thankfully, our Ice Boomerang's Frostburn effect managed to finish off the floating eyeball, and it actually dropped the Blood Rainbow. Finally! Now here's a question for you guys. After grinding for about, 10? 15 days maybe? For this new weapon, how #silly did you think I felt when I realized that after we summoned up Skeletron and we tried using it for the first time, that it did no freaking damage at all? Perhaps I am the asshole. Perhaps it's my fault for not doing some investigation, but I don't know. I would have thought it would have done, you know, like, at least 5 damage? What the hell is this? In case it wasn't obvious, we lost. We got boned. There's now only 2 things that we can do from this point on. Option 1. We can try to kill the Brain of Cthulhu with goddamn ice weapons and a blood bow, and hopefully get enough tissue samples to make a corrupt pickaxe. From there, we can use that pickaxe to mine Hellstone and get slightly better armor to fight Skeletron with. Option 2. The least favorable option is that we can spawn the Eye of Cthulhu in and then run into the dungeon with it. Hopefully, we can break enough pots to get a chest, and hopefully we open a chest with a better water weapon, such as the Agua Scepter. Keyword, hope. It is a 1 out of 7 chance, not a very good chance of odds. So, understandably, we decided to try option 1 first. The Blood Bow does low damage, but it's actually good at delivering a lot of hit ticks per second against the Brain. This allows us to keep it at bay in its second phase. This was actually shocking that this dumbass bow, which did no damage to Skeletron, was able to get us a first try attempt at the Brain of Cthulhu. But hey, we'll take anything at this point. With our tissue samples, we craft the Crimson Pickaxe and head deep into hell to our destination to begin an epic Hellstone mining session. We flood some lava to create obsidian and mine it right up, and get to work smelting our Hellstone into a molten pickaxe, molten ham axe, and a full set of molten armor. I am quite thankful there isn't any water sets in the game that could hinder my armor any more than any other challenge has in the past. It's only... Just for fun, I also decided to say fuck it, we ball, and dive into the Goon Dungeon pre-Skeletron while being followed by a giant lingering eyeball. The main priority is to find a water bowl that would be somewhere on a goddamn bookshelf, and let me tell you, I have searched everywhere. There's not a single damn water bowl. So now, option 2 is to break every conceivable pot in the dungeon until we get a golden key, so then we could maybe open a chest and maybe get an Agua Scepter. Our first chest that we open gives us a Murasama. In any other playthrough, we would be wetting our pants right now, in excitement and joy that we just got one of the best swords in pre-hard mode. But oh, no, can't use it. Sure, it's blue and it's probably water themed, but it doesn't say that on the Terraria wiki, so nope, useless. We once again perish in the depths of the Goon Dungeon, and then we go back in, yet again, get another key, and then look for another chest to open. RNGesus shines down upon us as we get a second chest Agua Scepter. In any other playthrough, this would be hot garbage, but here, it's liberation. We head over to the jungle, searching for stars that have fallen on the floor along the way, and we're after a mana flower. The mana flower, even though it's not really water related, is technically water blue, so I'm counting it. We max out our mana stars and head back over to the Goon Dungeon for round 2 against Skeletron. Will we be able to defeat Skeletron and his gripping grabbers, or will we fail miserably yet again and get boned? We consume every buff we could find from our chest and summon up Skeletron for our long-awaited rematch. Skeletron is clearly a dusty, crusty, musty motherfucker because our Agua Scepter is rinsing this bag of bones sparkly clean, dealing a respectable 20 to 25 damage per hit tick against him in those bony boner-ass bone hands. One by one, each of his bone hands fall off from our Aguaceptor's overwhelming might. Skeletron, without his hands, is left defenseless for this absolute rinse cycle we're about to put him through. We spray it and pray it all over his face until he finally gives up in the face of our magnificent water superiority. I guess you could say he's pretty washed up. Now that the Gooner Dungeon is now open for business, we immediately cannonball down the halls in search of the treasure that we desire. Oh my, is that a woman? Okay, cool, Yove.
Hey, I hope I got here in time. My name is Yove. You can call me anything though.
And that, chat, is how you riz up a woman and get them to fall in love with you. Thank me later. We run into a cobalt shield. It's water blue and also just a fucking amazing accessory, so I'm glad it counts. Despite the dungeon having a library on every single book ever created in the history of mankind, it takes us forever, over an hour, to finally find the damn water bowl. You can see just how treasure-filled our inventory is until we finally have ran into one of these goddamn near-extinct books. We wait for and defeat a goblin invasion so that we could get the goblin tinkerer to spawn, so that we could upgrade our accessory game and get some better reforges. After wasting an hour of our life looking for this dumb-bound cuck, we run into him, we take a piss on his head, and buy everything that we need. We take the time to upgrade our accessory game, making it go from saucy to drippy, from 50 to 100, and then we sell every single possession that we have so that we can possibly get a good reforge on them. Damn! Do you want the keys to my house while we're at it? Holy fuck! We head down to hell and set up an instavator, then we throw down every buff station that we could create in this stage of the game to get ready for the Wall of Flesh. We use every buff potion and then we summon up the Wall of Flesh for the grand fight of the century. Water versus fire, water versus hell. Can we prevail or will we fail? We utilize our water weapon's long-range abilities. The water bolt specifically can bounce off blocks multiple times, allowing for multiple hits, and the Aguaceptor is perfect for keeping our distance. The Wall of Flesh is amazingly a breeze to fight without having to face tank it for 10 minutes straight. Our long-range abilities allow us to focus purely on dodging and not getting railed by laser beams. Despite being the gatekeeper to hard mode, he was pretty easy to take down. Unbeknownst to me, the true hurdle had only just begun, and it becomes devastatingly clear very soon in our next chapter, hard mode. We make a space platform so we can begin to farm some wyverns for Souls of Flight so we can look into making some ice wings. We take down our first wyvern and get third partied immediately afterwards. This wyvern must have been playing Apex Legends recently. Man, you things fucking suck. Where's the Souls of Flight, man? Did it die out of bounds? What the hell? Damn, third party central, leave me the fuck alone! We tear into every crimson altar we could find to unleash all of the hard mode ore goodies into our world. We mine up some palladium, orichalcum, and titanium and assemble a full titanium armor set to prepare ourselves for our next boss. But first, we have some wings that are in desperate need of being obtained. We wait for it to rain and rush over to the snow biome where it's currently blizzarding so we can hunt some ice golems for a 1 out of 3 chance to obtain an ice feather so we can make ice wings. These things might as well be listed as a goddamn boss considering their 8,000 HP pool. It doesn't help that whenever you get hit by a laser beam, you get frozen in place just in time for another laser beam to hit you again. We are forced to become quite ratty and resort to some extreme cheese methods to take these things out, but hey, we got our dumbass feather. You might want to stay inside today, ladies, because the weather forecast calls for a blizzard today. Hashtag flood warning, hashtag iced out, hashtag bling. Next up on the agenda is to take out the Queen Slime. We can't use anything she drops aside from her armor set, since all armor sets are allowed in-game. We really want her armor set so we can have a dash for the upcoming Duke Fishron fight, especially if we have to fight him with a goddamn watering hose. Since we are still struggling to get enough damage to finish off Queen Slime, we head underground to kill Queen Bee. With Queen Bee dead, the Witch Doctor will spawn in soon after, and then we can make flasks to hopefully have extra damage and hopefully finish off Queen Slime. Alright, we're moving the nurse over. I'm not doing this shit. I don't care. Call me bad at the game. I don't fucking care. I don't care anymore. I'm doing it. We summon up Queen Slime and we start hosing her down, wet and wild style. We keep Queen Slime a long distance away from us, but allow our gardening hose to do a healthy amount of damage while we run back and forth on our platforms. When she reaches her second phase, we engage our circular motion technique and abuse iframes of all the low damage minion projectiles when needed to avoid massive amounts of damage from Queen Slime. Queen Slime eventually surrenders her crown to our supreme, overwhelming watery might, and then we open up her treasure bag and get 2 of the 3 items that we need. We take her out again, and then we open her bag to get the boots that we need for our full armor set. With this new armor set, we can now dodge better and hopefully have a greater chance of survival for the bosses to come. It has taken quite a long time to get to this stage in the video, so if you're liking the video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment at the end. After that fight with Queen Slime, we decide it's time for a better weapon. We start farming for the Golden Shower. Its description states that it sprays out ichor, and ichor is described as a watery liquid, so I think it counts? Aside from the fact that its name also suggests it's a certain bodily fluid. Yeah. We sell an organ so we can afford to reforge 10,000 times, and then we go on the hunt for some truffle worms so we can summon up and fight Duke Dickron to get our next weapon, the Razorblade Typhoon. We set up a Duke Fishron arena, and then we get ready for a... how do I put this? Probably the most miserable, horrific experience I've ever had in my entire life. We cast our rod and summon up the Flying Dickron, and the fight begins. Using our armor set from Queen Slime, we are very easily able to dodge his attacks and dash assaults. We keep him as far away as possible while raining down our golden shower on his ugly fish baconator ass face. His attacks are quite lethal, but they have quite a simple pattern that we can follow. Our golden shower does very minimal amounts of damage, but it does work. We have his patterns down for the most part and are able to slowly chip him down to his next phases. I can't even be mad that we lost our first attempt. We did really good. This is also my first time ever fighting Duke Dickron on Vanilla Terraria, so I'm like, yeah, this won't be too bad. He shows us why the D in Duke Fishron is capitalized. We fucking die. We get so unbearably close, it hurts. We get our first Duke Dickron kill of the day, our first success. It's possible. The Golden Shower can do enough damage to finish him as long as we get a near perfect fucking run of not getting hit. We open our first bag and tear out a Tsunami Bow. Even though it has the name Tsunami, it doesn't really have any water-related things to it, so we can't use it. We die yet again, and then continuously get absolutely fucking folded by this flying pig. We get our second Epic Gamer Victory Royale against the Duke Fishron, and guess what we got? We got a bubble gun. We can't use it. Bubbles are like 1% water and 99% air. Fuck! Fuck this boss, man! Please, God, please give me the fucking book. I don't want to do it again! 86 health, man! Fuck! I can't keep doing this. This is like the 20th fucking fight I've done against this dumbass Baconator. Like, I can't fucking do this. The deaths continue. We open yet another bag and get yet another useless item. I didn't hear no bell yet, you ugly green-ass musty motherfucker. 85. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Oh, yes! 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 I'm fucking done! We reforge it until we hit Mythical, and as you can guess, this weapon and Duke Fishron in general is usually post-Golem, so all of the bosses past this point are in for a very rough time. Our Razorblade Typhoon shoots out bladed water discs that can home on our enemies, and Duke Fishron in general is considered a post-Golem boss by many, so as you could probably guess, the mechanical bosses stood no chance against us. The Typhoon Blade's massive damage and homing ability lets us flawless run each boss first try. Skeletron, the twins, and the Destroyer all fall and bow at our greatness. I must say, I am a very big hater of the Destroyer because he's normally really hard for me to fight, but watching him die like this was just amazing. We head to the underground jungle to mine up some chlorophyte and look for some life fruits. We also run into the temple while doing so, which is pretty cool because I hate finding it. We fully max out our life fruit health bar and then we open up Miss Terra's bulb and run back to our arena. We fly in circles and dash around her while our Razorblade Typhoons home in on her until she reaches her second phase. In her second phase, she starts to get grabby and lowers our health to a scarily low amount, but we scream in fear so loudly she dies on the spot because we are simply just that petrified of woman. We bust down the temple door harder than a dad walking in on you without knocking first and begin wiping out its inhabitants. We set up the most scuffed-ass temple arena for Golem and get ready to show him why he should fear erosion. As usual, Golem shows everyone why he's the most underwhelming boss in the entire game. At no point in this fight, even if we were only using an Agua Scepter, would we be at risk of dying. I might be bad at games, but I'm not that bad where I'd let this pathetic excuse of a boss kill me ever in my entire life. The Lunatic Cultist is a significantly scarier and more challenging boss. Even though I try my damn best to find the clones, I always fail, even when people tell me in the comments how to flawlessly succeed. I still somehow manage to get 6 cultists on my screen, because I just am that bad at the game. The cultist falls, and with that the lunar pillars are released into our world, and now we are in the true endgame of our water-only challenge. We take a quick trip into the dungeon to farm ectoplasm and procure ourselves a paladin shield. We're going to combine the paladin shield with a frozen turtle shell and create an ice shield. And we're going to use the ectoplasm to create a full set of Spectre armor. We combine and create our frozen shield and craft the Spectre armor set. We made enough Spectre bars to have both headpieces so we can swap Spectre armor set bonuses freely whenever we want. It's now pillar time, baby! We head over to the Stardust Pillar, the second greatest pillar in the game, supporting all summoner and pet-loving individuals. We put her to rest and we push forward. Man, I hate this pillar. We start obliterating the worst pillar in the game, and when it falls, we take the fattest piss we could manage on it. Don't ever show your face around here again, you little shit. The Nebula Pillar tries in vain to kill us, primarily by throwing brain sucklers onto our head to slurp our brains out. Between us, let's just say the poor little guy died of hunger. We reach the world's best pillar, the Solar Pillar, with its absolute based 6'5" Giga Chad melee class supporters. We begrudgingly defeat it after dying 5 times to it, and prepare for the final battle against the Squid Lord. The air is crisp. The world is silent. We wait for the inevitable. The Moonlord is here, and he is ready to rub his greasy face tentacles all over us. We use our baby Fishron mount to dodge his attacks, but it's not quite fast enough. It lacks speed, it lacks agility, and without Rain, we find ourselves at the receiving end of a barrage of Moonlord attacks. We wait for Rain and try again this time around. We do far better with our water mount being empowered by the very essence we love. Water, wetness, rain! We die, but we know victory is achievable. We summon up Squidward for round 3. We use our baby Duke's fast speed in the rain to blitz by the Moonlord and his attacks, while letting our Razorblade Typhoons homing water discs slice and dice each eyeball out of its socket. We use the nurse when we get cripplingly low and complain that she is charging us 80,000 United States dollars per heal when we are fighting a literal god of destruction who will kill her if we die. We hammer the squid-faced bastard until his chest is ripped open and his heart and weak point are exposed. When he gets close to dying, we start raining gold on him to embarrass him. He gets pissed and almost kills us, causing us to panic, but seal the deal.
Woo! Yes, sir! Yes, fucking sir! Let's fucking go!
That's it, baby. Deathless water-only challenge run complete. Hardcore mode, first try. Let's fucking go. And with that, our challenge is complete. Yes, it is possible to beat Terraria with only water. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to this point in the video. It truly means a lot to me. I really hope I can make my YouTube a career and bring the same joy and happiness so many others have gave to me to you guys. So be sure to like the video, subscribe, and enable those bell notifications, and leave a comment about what you guys thought of this challenge and help make my goal a reality. I hope to have the third and final elemental challenge of this 3-part series up soon. The fire only challenge will be coming soon. So with all of that said, thank you guys, and I hope to see you all in the next one.